Well, I'm Dave Brown. I'm from the Department of Tourism and Environment at Brock University. I've been at Brock actually since probably before you were born. 1988 was when I started. Well, we're standing in what has recently been dubbed Laura's Meadow. And Laura, of course, is Laura Secord. And Laura's Meadow is an area where she crossed back in her historic walk on June 22nd, 1813 to warn the British of an impending American invasion. That lives in legend. What we were not sure about was exactly the pathway that she took. And even today there's some debate about where that might be. But we've had a lot of good minds looking at this. I can't count my own on this because I'm not an historian. But our late colleague Ellen Hughes of the Department of Geography spent quite a bit of time researching Laura Secord, contemplating the likely trajectory that she took on her walk. And it was his considered and evidence-based perspective that she probably crossed 12 Mile Creek right behind me here. So that's the location we decided to attempt to put a bridge in, and with the help of a lot of community partners and some excellent donors and some unknown guardian angels in the community, we were able to actually build and install a bridge. Now, the bridge design actually comes from New Zealand. Part of our Term Abroad program, we encountered this particular low-impact bridge design, and it made its way over here with the blessings of the New Zealand government and is now part of our heritage and legacy here in Niagara. Well, in a sense, the Laura Secord Legacy Trail and all of the points of interest associated with it are representative of a whole bunch of other stories that we have here in Niagara. We're surrounded by history, we're surrounded by natural history, we're surrounded by cultural destinations, all sorts of really amazing and interesting places, if only we know their stories. Students were involved all along the way. The students were involved in the creation of point of interest and destination information. They were also involved in basic research activities. We involved students in coursework to supplement and amplify on all of those aspects. We actually hired students when we got some government funding for the Laura Secord Legacy Trail project. And they were involved in many aspects of the development of the trail. The big advantage for us was the ability to pull so many diverse things together into one overriding project. We started off with an idea for a walk. The walk led to a permanent trail, which is now signed and marked, all 32 kilometers of it, from Queenston to Kew House, Laura's final destination. We had to build a bridge across 12 Mile Creek in order to do that, and again with wonderful participation from the community and from the municipalities. I think we had 28 different jurisdictions involved in that 32 kilometers of trail, and all of those just participated and pulled in the right direction and allowed us to actually create the trail, which is an enduring legacy for Niagara.
Almost an entire day we were on the Laura Secord Trail, and it varies from the highways and the fields along the road and up hills, and it really makes you imagine what Laura Secord herself actually was doing. My friend and I were sweating up going on this hill. We're wearing hiking boots and just, oh my gosh, imagine doing this in a dress, in heels, or whatever she was wearing. So it was really interesting, yeah, to get into that.
This woman alone was able to travel all the way from 30 kilometers by herself, and she wasn't scared. It was amazing. She's really someone to look up to.